How to get clients with ease. As I said, it's like the holy grail, isn't it? That thing that when you start up in business, you genuinely don't feel is going to be that much of an issue, because what you've got is so amazing that people are honestly going to want to buy it. And you start off with such, positivity and outlook, and you create and you do the whole build it and they will come philosophy. So your website, your group, your offer, and where are they? Okay, so if you get this wrong and you're not getting clients with ease, the opposite and the reality for a majority of people is that they sit there and literally what happens is you feel like the world's best kept secret, literally as if you're invisible to your, not only your ideal clients, but literally to everybody. You struggle to stand out. And as a result of that, the three things, well, there's more than three, but the three main things that happen when you're not getting clients with these, when you do, when you're getting that wrong, is you do feel invisible, you do feel like the world's best kept secret, and you've got a blank diary, or if it's not exactly blank, it's not filled with calls with your ideal clients, and they're not under the banner of sales conversations, meaning that you're both coming to have a conversation about somebody potentially working with you. They said, I'm interested in doing that. The other thing is that panic tends to set in, and when panic sets to set in and you're not getting enough clients, you start looking and trying to grasp at different answers and get that magic bullet, that magic answer that's going to suddenly get you from the zero or the trickle of clients that you have to a constant flow. And what ends up happening there is that you end up with shiny new syndrome. So it's like you could go on and Google something, and hours later you've went from link to link to link to link to link, and all you've added to is the confusion, and nothing changes. And then eventually over time it can feel like I'm going to have to give up, because maybe your partner is sitting there saying, when are you going to be bringing in some regular money? Or maybe you're on your own and luckily you've got to pay the bills. So you then start thinking, this isn't working, and you have to give up. And the cost is not just the fact that you are not getting clients with ease. The real cost is that the clients that you could truly help, the clients that you could change their life, the clients that you're meant to work with are missing out because they're not working with you. However, if you get it right and you actually are getting clients with ease, then what happens is you go from feeling invisible and unknown to an undisputed leader and authority in your niche. Literally, you become a market of one and lift yourselves out of the sea of competition. The second thing is that your diary starts to really get full up, not just with tasks, but actual sales conversations and working with clients. And you jump out of bed, because the third thing is that instead of feeling panicked, you actually feel really confident. There's huge clarity in your business. And the result of that is you're serving who you're meant to serve, and your passion is back. Now, a really interesting stat that we all know, but again is worth looking at, is over 50% of entrepreneurial businesses, startups, and that's us guys, fail in the first 4 years. In actual fact, it's the first year, but anyway, let's just say, let's give it a little bit more, that we tend to keep on going. But it's a massive 1 in 2 fail, give up in that dream of living their true life's purpose. Now, why does that happen? Well, the major overriding reason is they're not getting enough clients, so they cannot sustain being in business, because a business, after all, is literally about clients paying you or for your product or your service. So if that's not happening enough, then you can't keep the lights on. The other reason is basically that they're invisible. They're not using the right client conversion system in order to get clients with ease. They've got too much competition, and that equates to 20% of the businesses that fail. Entrepreneurs or a business, 20% is because they've got too much competition. 18% is caused with unconfident pricing. Okay, so these are major points or topics that actually can cause a huge issue. And the fact is that 70% of an entrepreneur's time is spent wondering where they're going to get their next client. 70%, guys, on actually making sure that you get clients coming in. Huge amount. And really, for most of us, we want to change that and not spend 70% wondering where and how to get them and working and all that and hustle, hustle, hustle. You kind of want to flip that in his head and spend 30% of your time doing that, because you're getting an efficient system set up and you're getting clients with these, so that you can spend 70% of your time doing what you truly love and what you actually set out to do, which was serving your clients and changing their lives while changing yours. So I'm going to give you 3 key principles and direction for you to go to in order to start getting clients with these. And that number 1 thing is, you need to niche your niche. That's what I call it. That's what I work on with my clients, is niching your niche. Now, what that means is literally standing out from the sea of competition and raising yourself to a market of one, so that you become more visible and you can become an authority within your space. Niching your niche means that you're not following the herd and doing the cookie cutter approach, that you're actually able to identify exactly what makes you different, exactly what makes you easy to buy from, and exactly how to portray yourself so that people say, yeah, I want what you have, and you get clients with these. Now, the second thing is what's different to what everybody else is doing there, and literally has transformed, and I can honestly say this, all of my clients' lives in terms of what they've been doing before and after they start working with me. And that is the power of 3. What is standard at the moment is that you make 1 recommendation, you make 1 offer. And as I've said many times, when you only make 1 offer, you get a 70% chance of hearing no. So you're literally helping people not to work with you, not to get clients with these. However, when you power of 3 your system, then you flip that in its head and you're more likely to hear yes, because you've changed the conversation from if they should work with you to how you work with it. And how you do power of 3, that system approach, is really, really powerful once you've got the framework. But what I'm saying to you is, you've got to be aware that if you're currently making 1 offer and you've not niched your niche, then it can be really difficult in order to attract the clients that you want and certainly convert them. And that's the 3rd key principle. Being able to confidently invite someone to a conversation to working with you and asking them to do that. To confidently talk about money and the value that you have, and being so clear on it that it is no longer an issue, because this is one of the main areas that we as women entrepreneurs can really struggle with unless we've got a framework to follow that takes away that uncertainty and awkwardness. Because what you've got to be in order to have clients with ease is you have to be consistent in your approach. You cannot go into panic mode and try too many different things, because then you won't know what's working and what isn't. Shiny new does not get you to where you want to be, because all shiny new does is add to the confusion as you try different systems. And we all know the definition of insanity: to keep doing the same thing over and over, yet hoping for a different result. So what I'm going to actually say to you, and I can actually say to you, like Isabel Giraudet, who's one of my clients, that today we've just had the most amazing call where she has literally said that she's went from at the point of hating sales, not clear on her values, so undercharging, and ready to give up like what she wanted to do because she wasn't getting enough clients, to today literally flying the nest from her elite program and actually saying, you know, my life has changed. You know, like I've never earned as much money and I'm getting clients with these. And that's what I said to her. I says, what's the main things that have changed you? And she was like, the power of 3, being really clear on what I have to offer, inviting people and asking people, and now I have a constant stream of clients and I'm easy to say yes to. And that's what we're all after. But there has to be a way of doing it, guys. And there is. And that's what people think is, oh my God, it must be me that's doing it wrong. It isn't. It's just that you might not have the framework. So I'm giving you 3 of some of the tips that I use so that it will help you become easier to say yes to and get clients with ease. So I'm going to recap, and that is niche your niche, guys. It's not enough just to know what niche you're in. You have to be able to understand what your superpower is, what's different from everybody else, and how basically you stand out from everyone else, and you make that the one thing that you talk about. The second thing is the power of three, not just offering one recommendation and making it harder for people to say yes to you and easy to say no. And the third thing is understanding how you can price your programs and confidently displaying what each value is, so that your clients can say yes with ease. Being consistent in your approach, using a proven system instead of panic mode, and showing up constantly, just like Isabel. So what I'd love to hear from you is, what are your takeaways from today? Have you niched your niche? Do you feel that you completely understand what your superpower is and how you differ from everybody else? Are you confident that you are in a market of one instead of a sea of competition? Are you offering more than one option to your clients, so that you're changing the conversation from if you should work together to which way you should work together? And are you inviting people to work with you and having enough sales conversations to make that a reality? Or are you looking at a blank diary and actually asking yourself, where on earth is my next client coming from? So I want to know what your takeaways are from today, what's been the big ahas, or what are your current challenges? Share them with me in this post, or reach out to me by direct message if you wish. But the most important thing is, guys, if you're not getting clients with ease and it is a struggle, what are you going to change to make that transition? Because you can't keep doing a job that doesn't give you enough clients, enough money, and enough satisfaction. Because the cost of it is not only the fact that you're not getting that in your bank account, the cost is that you are not working with the clients that you were meant to be working with. And that is a true loss, not just for you, but for the clients that you're meant to be helping. And that is the true tragedy, I think. So looking forward to hearing your comments, looking forward to hearing your thoughts and your big ahas. And for this week, I am going to actually end off with wishing you loads of success, loads of clients, and loads of love.